Hi, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice here with you. I want to let you know about a situation ongoing right now in Spartanburg and Cherokee County. This from Calpins. This is a supercellular storm that has developed here that is capable of producing a tornado. Let me show you live Super Doppler 4 right now as we're watching this closely. There is nothing else cooking right now. So if you're watching us anywhere, this is the one storm that is the primary concern at the moment. Susan sent that to us from Calpins, and you can see this is the storm as it is now in Cherokee County. This severe thunderstorm warning has been upgraded to have a tag on it that means a tornado is possible with this. There's a lot of lightning in it. It does have a pronounced hail core and that telltale hook sign right in here as this discrete cell, which is off by itself, is sitting over Gaffney, South Gaffney, right south of the interstate right here. As this cell is now right moving instead of kind of northeast moving. So when you have a supercell like that, it has the capacity here to continue to intensify. And in this case, I'm worried that this storm does have the potential to produce a tornado. There is active rotation in it. Our own live Super Doppler 4 in a great spot to see it. Thickety to Goucher right here, seeing that green and that red meet. Whenever you see that red, that means the wind is going away from the radar. The green means the wind is going toward the radar. And in this case, there could be an active tornado south of Gaffney right here. I want you to know that this is a dangerous situation that we're monitoring right here. As this same line pushes off toward the east, this rotation will be pushing quickly into eastern Cherokee County. Draytonville at about 7:09, Cashin Crossroads at 7:21, Smyrna at about 7:28. This is a dangerous storm pushing off toward the east that we need to keep an eye on. And you can see that classic hook setting up right there that is south of Gaffney. What you're seeing and where that picture that I just showed you was taken was as it was over Calpins, and that same line, notice how it hasn't really moved. It's kind of moving toward the south and east. Whenever it starts sitting and hooking right like that, it tells me that it's intensifying. In this case, where that picture was taken was that supercell right in there. And in fact, let's show you that picture again over Calpins. Again, Susan sent this over the Spartanburg Cherokee County line. This is a textbook supercell storm that has developed, and this was as it was beginning to intensify, and that severe thunderstorm warning was issued directly over Spartanburg and Cherokee County, and that's where we see that right now. Live Super Doppler 4 indicating that storm as we watch it, a severe thunderstorm warning. You see the crawl at the top of your screen. That means that winds could be in excess of 60 miles per hour, and hail, my primary concern out of this at the moment, could be over an inch in size. Let's look at Live Super Doppler 4 as we monitor this storm. Again, if you're watching us in Greenville, Travelers Rest, Pickens, this atmosphere, as we mentioned at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock, is primed up enough that it could produce a storm that gets tall enough, and if it gets tall enough, it could begin to rotate, and if it does, we would have a tornado concern out of this, and this is the case that's happening right now. There are no other storms forming, a few showers south of Franklin, but that is about it in Macon County, North Carolina. The one cell that you could probably see if you were to look outside of your window anywhere in the upstate looking off toward the east, because this storm does go up to about 40,000 feet in elevation. This is a tall thunderstorm that is a classic supercell developing right now across Cherokee County, and that rotation is evident. Got the big hail core right here with dozens of lightning strikes over South Gaffney, and this is a pronounced hail core right here, and if there's a tornado, it would be right in there. And the National Weather Service does have a severe thunderstorm warning issued with this, but it does have the tornado possible tag on it, which means that there's not enough rotation at the ground to issue a tornado warning, but there is the telltale signs that at any time this could escalate to that, which is why I wanted to bring you that early warning of this, as it is a dangerous storm. And we have tools here at WYFF News 4 that allow us to see instantly where this storm is located. And what Live Super Doppler 4 is telling me is that this is a dangerous storm south of Gaffney near Goucher that is continuing to produce this rotation near Goucher, pushing off toward the east. So if we do get a tornado out of this, it would be in this location of southern Cherokee County, which, as we map this out, would be pushing quickly toward York County, south of I-85. This is pushing toward the right, to the east, very quickly right here, and it does have a couple of different hail cores in this that we're watching. So again, that rotation on Live Super Doppler 4 pushing east of Goucher right now. New radar scan coming in showing that as it pushes off toward the east right here. New track on it has Draytonville 7:09 any minute now. 7:21 at Cashin Crossroads, and then Smyrna at about 7:28. And we're watching that. Greenville, Spartanburg downtown, you're just fine. This is off toward the east. The Spartanburgers game, I saw the lowering of the storm cloud right there, very close to the ballpark over downtown Spartanburg. As it moved toward the east, it began to tighten up, and over Cowpens is when that supercell started to get that act together. It is a rotating storm, broad, big rotation, and right there is where the storm is the most dangerous and vulnerable to any kind of rotation. This all ahead of a main line that is going to continue to move our way. You notice that one supercell that's out ahead of the main line. There's confirmed tornadoes in Tennessee and in Alabama tonight, and as this line pushes off toward the east, I'm telling you, this atmosphere out ahead of it is really amped up, and in this case we could have an isolated tornado in addition to the strong wind threat that would be in place as this main line back through Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama would push off into our area. So watching that very closely as we would have that potential of additional severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings this evening into the early parts of the overnight hours. This main line is going to begin to roll our way as we go through about midnight, as early as about 11 o'clock for southwestern parts of North Carolina, but for the upstate, midnight through about 2, 3 a.m. So that's what we'll be watching. Again, I want to show you a picture right now. This is a pretty stunning picture out of Spartanburg County near Cowpens, right along the Spartanburg-Cherokee County line, as that supercell began to tighten up and began to show some signs of some rotation in this. And that's currently where this storm sits over the I-85 corridor, very close to Gaffney, very close to Blacksburg as it's pushing off toward Cashin Crossroads, Smyrna at 7:28. And that rotation is still evident here on live Super Doppler 4. Watching it very closely as this new severe thunderstorm warning gets updated here as they're trimming off other areas like Cowpens and honing in on where it's at. This severe thunderstorm warning will be continued until 7:45 for this area as this line continues to push off toward the south and east. Right there is where that rotation is. Right now, it is not enough tight rotations close to the ground to warrant a tornado warning, but this is a severe thunderstorm that is producing some large hail. It's producing winds that could be in excess of 60 miles per hour, and this storm is rotating as dictated here by live Super Doppler 4 right there east of Goucher. I'm going to continue to monitor this situation as the evening unfolds. This, our first real threat and boundary that we're watching, but there will be additional threats that will unfold over the next couple of hours, and I'll keep watching it live for you here on WYFF News 4. We'll send you back to programming should things continue to escalate or get a little bit more dangerous. I will cut back into programming and let you know. All right, folks, those of you watching right now, thanks as I did a television update.
We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.